morning! There's a dragon in the sky. I mean, it's a cloud that looks like a dragon. Kind of cool. It's Woody. So, I'm heading home. I'm actually heading into town to drop off this load. I got 2 drop-offs, and then I am home free. Just in time, which was pretty cool. Last night was kind of crazy. I ran into all kinds of traffic, and it wasn't the traffic itself. There was a wreck on the interstate, and then there was construction, and then they were painting lines on the road. So I got held up quite a bit, and I kept updating, my DM and everything about my arrival time for picking up this load. I was supposed to pick it up last night, yesterday evening, and I'm like, I'm not going to be able to do that, and if I don't pick it up in time and get shut down in time, I'm not going to be able to make my delivery on time. So he ended up calling me. He's like, just get to Fontana and shut down there, and then pick your load up in the morning. I was like, okay, I can do that. So as of right now, I'm only half an hour behind when I'm supposed to deliver. So hopefully that shouldn't hold me up too badly. It's the same run I do every time I come home. So it's pretty sweet. I made a video a few days ago. I didn't post it, but a few days ago it was my birthday, and I was on the road. And it just so happened that I was actually driving into town where my parents were for the day. They live farther north, but they were in town for a funeral. And I was talking to them, and they were like, well, when are you going to be here? It's like about 4:30. He was like, okay. He's like, well, we'll just hang out here and wait for you. We'll have dinner or something for your birthday. So I got to hang out with them. We went and picked up my son. We all went out to dinner. I mean, the only thing that was missing was my wife. And, but she did call. She calls me every day, but I mean, I got a call from her at midnight, singing me happy birthday. And then my mom and my stepdad called me that morning, and then my dad called me, my stepmom texted me, and even my mother-in-law called me and sang me happy birthday. So it was pretty cool. It was a good birthday. I was set for being out here, spending my birthday alone. It's not like I haven't done that before, but it was cool. And then so my mom and my stepdad were saying that well, we didn't get anything. We didn't know that you were going to be in town and all this stuff. I was like, don't worry about it, because I didn't know I was going to be in town either. I would have called you guys sooner or something if I would have known I was actually going to be in town. Well, then once we pick up my son, they had stuff in the back seat that they had to move to the trunk, and he opens up the trunk, and my stepdad's like, oh, by the way, happy birthday. They got me some things for my truck. They got me it's like a electric frying pan, so I can cook stuff. They gave me a set of spatulas and spoons and stuff that I can use, and a paring knife and peeler set. So that was pretty cool. stuff for my truck. I know my dad's getting me some stuff for my truck. So it's kind of cool, you know. I always growing up, you know, I know a lot of kids growing up had a hard time with parents who were divorced, and you know, I'm not saying I didn't really go through that, but I tried to look at it. You know, I have 2 sets of parents. I get 2 birthdays, I get 2 Christmases, you know, and it's funny because my parents would kind of work in conjunction. You know, like one set of parents would give me like a game console, and the other set of parents would give me games. You know, and sometimes it didn't make sense because, well, why am I getting these games and I don't have an Xbox? You know, but so my stepdad's getting me a fridge. They got me the stove or the frying pan and you know, stuff to cook with, which is awesome. You know, my stepdad, we run into each other every once in a while because he's a truck driver too, and we ran into each other at Flying J one time, and you know, he's got the truck that he has a fridge built into it, and he has, you know, the electric frying pan like I have now, and you know, he opened up his fridge, he pulled out some beef and just a bunch of vegetables and like threw it all in the skillet and cooked it up, and I mean, we had a pretty decent dinner, you know, and I was like, that's cool. Like, that'd be so nice to just go out grocery shopping and have food that I don't have to worry about thawing out. Like, this cooler, it works, it's decent, but I can only keep like 2 or 3 days worth of food in it because, you know, it deals with the ambient temperature. It doesn't keep it at a constant temperature. So that's sweet. So thank you for that. And yeah, so now I've got about half an hour till I get to my first delivery spot, and depending on what time they get me out of there, I can move on to my next one, and yeah, it'll be sweet, and I'll be home. Now, if I get done on time, my wife can actually come and pick me up before work, and I can take her to work, but if not, then I'll have to call my dad, have him come and get me. But yeah, pretty cool. And then another thing I got for my birthday that I didn't expect was my company sent me some money on our little EFS card. So that was kind of cool. I've never worked with a company that did that before. You know, I've worked with companies that would give like $50 gift certificates around Christmas time, but you know, for your birthday, it's happy birthday, you know. So I didn't expect that. It was kind of cool. So yeah, I'm excited, and I'm pretty sure I've said this before. The night before home time, the night before going home, it always sucks trying to get to sleep, because like even though I was tired yesterday. I had to go to bed early because I had to get up at 2:30 in the morning, and I was tired enough to go to sleep. So I lay down, I'm trying to sleep, I can't sleep. So I ended up not actually going to bed until about 10 o'clock. I mean, I laid down at 7:30, couldn't sleep, and so I just finally got even more tired about 10 o'clock, and then woke up, and it was actually just before 3 o'clock, which was fine because I couldn't start my clock until 3 o'clock, so I had just enough time to get up and go in and brush my teeth and then come back and start my clock. So I was still on time as far as starting my clock, but
Attention, a new important message is
Got a
arrived.
Qualcomm message. But anyway, that's all I got for you guys. For now, I will return. I was just excited about that dragon cloud. It's gone now. The dragon flew away. Nah, I'm kidding. I'm excited about being home. Alright. Reach for the sky. Thank a trucker.